Ladies and gentlemen, you're now listening to Who You Got with Kale and Sam. Now, who do you got?
All right, welcome to Who You Got. I am Kale. This is Sam. This is our third week. I was gone last 2 weeks, so we did the last 2 weeks
in one episode.
We got some sports talk to talk about before we get into it as well. Not very much, but a little. Sam, how was your week been a little bit?
Been good. It's only Tuesday, so early, still a young week.
Young week, please.
I'll take one young week, please. No side.
I just got back from my vacation on Saturday. This is our first recording. Canada, eh? It was a good time, but I'll probably save it up for this week's episode of our podcast. I just do want to do a little disclaimer. I am going to talk about the over and unders for the spread for Vegas a little bit. This is as of today, Tuesday. What's today? It's 17th.
Tuesday,
9/17.
September 17th,
Yep.
2024.
So these are subject to change easily.
Yeah.
So, should we talk about the football helmet? People are probably noticing it.
Football helmet.
So this football helmet right here, I got it repainted. I'll have to add the pictures of the before. But we're going to be slapping a TNT Boys logo on it for an old school helmet. I think this thing looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
The guy we know that did it, he did a pretty good job. I think he did a pretty timely
Shout out.
We don't really give very much free shout outs around here.
I think it's our first shout out.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah.
I don't care what your former boss at this point will be saying. So.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be getting some new job. But I think it's pretty good. We went with the Western Kentucky look where they did the black helmet and then the shiny in the middle.
I like the design. Black and red is always clutch.
We're going to be adding some stickers back here, an Agent Light sticker, TNT Boy sticker, obviously, and American flag. You know the whole 9 yards.
You get the gist.
But you're going to be starting seeing that on there in the background. Our podcast studio might change for a little bit. Might not. Who knows? We're not going to give up the secrets yet. Surprise. But enough of that. Let me know how you guys think about this is going. If you guys like the little ticker I have on the bottom below. I think it's pretty awesome. I don't know if you saw it.
I did see it. I think it's neat.
Yeah. We're official now if you got a ticker.
Yeah.
If you don't got a ticker, you ain't a real sports podcast.
That's true.
Well, I guess I wouldn't say podcast, but a different
show.
Things. Yeah. Sports show.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead. Week 1. Oh wait, no.
Week 3.
Week 3. I was gonna talk about.
Do you want to do a little sports recap of some stuff going on right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the obvious one is Bryce Young getting benched.
Or Tua.
Which I called it. I called the Bryce Young. I called it that he would suck. And I called it that he might get benched for Andy Dalton this year. And it happened earlier than I thought it would. Andy Dalton's a solid vet, career journeyman. He was really good in Cincinnati for the years he was there. Not really good, but he was good. He's no Joe Burrow or Carson Palmer, but he was good for Cincinnati. And yeah, Bryce Young, honestly, I saw something where he's actually on pace to be one of the worst draft busts of all time. Compared to, he has worse numbers than Jamarcus Russell through his first however many starts.
Oh, so that's why he was trending on Twitter the other day, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yep, because Bryce Young is on that trajectory if he doesn't get it turned around. Tua, that's another good one.
Yeah. I was looking for the remote because the thing ended.
Tua,
a personal opinion, he needs to retire.
I think so. They just put him on IR
till week 8
for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
a minimum. And I just don't know if it's in his best interest to really continue playing at this point because it's just not worth it. He's had 3 or 4 concussions in the last 2 years. Like, his brain's just got to be mush. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I know you love the game. You play it your whole life, but I don't know, man.
That's a pretty solid take there.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of players, even the actual NFL coaches, are saying, if I were him, I would have told him to retire.
Yeah.
And McDaniels even said, you need to retire.
McDaniels, he didn't say it, but
he kind of hinted at it.
He said you'll always be the starting quarterback of your family.
Yeah.
You know, and if he gets another concussion, who knows if he'll be there for his family, you know? So.
And the Dolphins have had history to know that they would choose football over family.
Yeah.
Stephen Ross.
Nebraska's 3-0.
Yeah.
Little, quick Husker update.
Uh-huh.
Packers won.
Yep. Lions lost in a nail biter.
Yep, watching the replay right now. It's on TV. So
I'm not gonna let you live this down, Zach. I hate you.
Dude, Jared Goff played not very good in this game.
Yeah, but that's just one game.
Week 2, dude. There's a lot of season left. Everyone's saying, the 3 MVP favorites right now are Derek Carr, Sam Darnold, and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
And out of those 3, I feel like Baker might be a legitimate shot, maybe.
Yeah, you know what?
If he keeps playing like he is.
The Derek Carr one sort of shocked me a little bit.
Yeah, we were wrong on our Power Hour with him, too, at least so far.
Oh, wait till we recap the middle of the season and the end of the year.
It's going to be different. I was definitely dead right on Bryce Young, though. I was right on Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Week 3?
Let's get into week 3. We start off with Thursday Night Football. New York Jets at home versus New England Patriots. I'm going to say Jets. They got a good win in week 2 against Tennessee. And I think the Patriots are solid. Like, they have a solid defense. They can run the ball, control the clock on offense. But the Jets have a good defense. The Jets can run the ball. And it's going to come down who plays better quarterback in Aaron Rodgers over Jacoby Brissett all day. So I'm going to say Jets. Who you got?
Oh, I forgot we're doing that.
Jets.
The Jets, we were watching the games the other day on Discord with the boys. I tell you what, the Patriots are kind of surprising me a little bit.
They still lost.
They still lost, but they're showing that they can hang.
They did take down Joe Burrow in week 1.
They barely beat Seattle.
I will say, you forgot to do something, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So, Kale, before we get into week 3, we kind of jumped the gun here. Weeks 1 and 2, Kale beat me both weeks. The first week, it was really close. We both did really good. I went 10-6. Kale went 11-5. Week 2, I went 6-10. Kale went 8-8. We both did worse. He still got the dub. So I have an overall record of 16-16. And Kale has an overall record of 19-13. 2 weeks into the season, he's 2-0. I'm 0-2. Yeah. Toss that bad boy.
You are the clown.
It's the shirt of the TNT boys. It's the Who You Got shirt of shame right here.
The Who You Got shame shirt.
The shirt of shame.
And you know what?
Oh, Jesus, sleeves are inside out, dude. Too small for me. Just kidding.
Yeah, say.
If you can fit it.
Holy shit.
All right, I'm the clown today. Should I button it up too?
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Shout out to one of the past guests in our episodes, Craig Taylor.
Was this his shirt that he gave you?
Yep.
I'm not surprised. The Viking guy. Freaking, he's all, Sam Darnold, he's going to win that MVP, man. He's going to win it.
I think we're just going to make a note here. This podcast is absolutely will destroy Viking fans.
But at least both the Packers and Vikings won on Sunday.
That has nothing to do.
Can't say the same about the Lions.
That has nothing to do with what I was saying.
I'm just saying. Lions lost. They lost to the Bucks, man. What do you do?
You should get a picture of that. Do like a little selfie of me in the background. Selfie break. Sorry, guys. We need to keep going. I'm going to go with Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get it done for them. Not much else to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is pretty good.
So you're going Jets, too?
Yep.
Jets. Jets.
Jets.
Next one, Tennessee Titans at home versus Green Bay Packers.
Easy dub.
On Sunday.
That's an easy dub for the Packers. Jordan Love, he's going to play that week.
You think he'll play?
Yep, unless not.
They don't know if he'll suit up for sure yet.
But if he doesn't, then they have a good backup quarterback, Malik Willis. I think he was, he's playing his former team. And, I think they misused him and they put in a shittier quarterback than him, Will Levis. He's going to be another bust.
He's another guy we rank pretty low in Power Hour, and so far he's proving us right.
They are at a negative 2.5 and a 36.5 for Vegas.
Toss me the rock.
Watch me have like a rock out of nowhere.
Could be a good game. It depends. I think if Jordan Love plays, I think Green Bay wins pretty handily. If he doesn't play, Malik Willis going up against his former team. He did good in his game against Indy. He didn't do anything crazy. He managed the game. He didn't turn the ball over. He ran when he needed to. He can run. He is fast. And Josh Jacobs had over 100 rushing yards in the first quarter. So it shows that if we need to lean on our running game, we can. And Josh Jacobs is a workhorse. Outside of the one fumble he had, he was spectacular in that game. But yeah, I'm going to go Packers too. I just think we're the better team overall. So Packers. Okay. Next, we've got Steelers at home versus the Chargers. Kind of a tough one. Both teams are 2-0. Got the battle of the Justins at quarterback, Justin Fields versus Justin Herbert.
I'm the better Justin.
Unless Russ comes back, but I think Fields, he's 2-0. I mean, might as well just roll with Fields at this point.
Until he messes up
or gets hurt. But right now, Russ isn't really playing. So I think the Chargers look like the more complete team. I feel like the Steelers have won some ugly games. They barely beat the Falcons in week 1, and then they barely beat – who'd they play in week 2? Who'd they play? They played the Broncos.
Yeah.
So they played – and they barely beat Bo Nix. I've been wrong about Bo Nix so far, too, by the way. He's 0-2.
Oh,
I thought he'd be 2-0. But either way, I think the Chargers will come out on top. So who you got?
All right, that's not going to happen anymore.
Get the ball.
No.
You're supposed to... Oh, my gosh. Okay, fine.
We should make a rule. If whoever drops the ball or something, we have to do something.
I mean, you don't want to hear what I would have.
If it's a push-up, I'm not doing that on fucking camera.
If it's anything fitness related, you won't do it.
Yep. We'll go Steelers. I think it's pretty evenly matched teams.
I like how the Chargers look this year. I feel like they're running the ball on offense.
Yeah.
They're playing defense. J.K. Dobbins has been a beast for them so far through 2 weeks. It's cool because him and Gus Edwards are pretty much getting equal carries, but Dobbins is off.
Weren't they former teammates?
Yeah, they both play for the Ravens. But Dobbins is getting bigger plays. Like, he's more explosive. And they're taking some of that pressure off Justin Herbert, which is exactly what I thought would happen this year. And then when it has to be on his shoulders, he'll deliver. But right now, they're kind of just having him manage the game a little bit. It's probably killing some of those fantasy teams, but I mean, what do you do? So, so you said Steelers, Kale?
Yep, Steelers. I think Justin Fields is showing that he was misused in Chicago.
I mean, he hasn't done anything spectacular yet.
But he's been playing pretty good.
But you want to get that ball?
Not really.
I'm gonna get it.
You get it.
I like doing the ball thing. Okay.
Then get it.
I'm getting it.
Don't throw it so hard.
You gotta catch it, bro. I thought you played receiver. Ugh. Got it.
Whoa there, buddy. Oh.
It's your ball, man. Right now. Ow.
What?
Hit my head.
I'm going to have to clip that.
Huh?
I'm going to have to clip that. Next game would be the Broncos and Buccaneers, right?
Next game is Vikings-Texans that I have on here.
Oh, you guys are going to love what I got to say.
Vikings-Texans at home.
So, Sam Darnold, I have to admit, he is playing pretty good. But, I mean, it is the Vikings, just like last year, Josh Dobbs. You know, he did very well.
He did.
And then he fizzled out.
Yeah.
Just like any other player would that has a good streak. He got hit with cold water. The fire goes off. And some bounce back, some don't. Darnold, he might, but I don't know. He still has some tendencies, but he's another player that could have just needed a different coach.
True.
But with Texans, though, the Texans are red hot. They have been since last year in the playoffs.
Both are 2-0.
They got Tank Dell, Nico Collins, C.J. Stroud, who
Diggs.
Diggs, and Will Mixon.
Yeah.
You know, they got a whole star-studded team. I expect them to do well, so I have to go with Texans on this one, unfortunately. And, you know, because I also hate the Vikings, but I'm not trying to be biased.
Okay, Vikings at home versus Texans. I'm going to roll with Texans. It's not just because I hate the Vikings. I just think the Texans are the better team. Vikings are playing solid football right now. They are. Sam Darnold's looking really good. They have a lot of weapons on offense, defense. I mean, they just beat the Niners last week, and the Niners were like the best team in football last year for a lot of the season. But I don't know. I just think the Texans they've just got more going for them. I'll take C.J. Stroud over Sam Darnold. And Vikings are at home, but I don't know. I gotta roll with Stroud and the Texans. So that's who it's gonna be for me. And you went Texans as well, right?
Yes.
So next game we've got is Saints at home versus the Eagles. And man, the Saints have been red hot so far too this season through 2 games. Derek Carr looking like an MVP candidate, putting up 40-plus points in each of their first 2 games. Obviously, week 1 was against Carolina, and they're trash. Week 2 was against who was week 2 against? Who'd they play?
Who?
Saints. Cowboys.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that one was a surprise. We both predicted the Cowboys to win that one.
Yeah.
And we were both wrong. So I've got to say, in their game versus the Eagles aren't looking like the super team I thought they would look like offensively. I thought, this was going to be a comeback year for Jalen Hurts. Saints are hot right now. I got to roll with the hot hand. I got to go Saints. They're at home too. Who you got?
Easily Saints. I think the Saints. Yeah, Saints, because I don't know. I think the Eagles are still a good team. They probably could still pull it off, but I think the Vikings are going to come out of nowhere. Not Vikings, the Saints. The Saints are going to do something, like they did to Dallas. Dallas thought they were in there, and it was their home turf, and Dallas is known to be a rowdy crowd. And the Saints came in there, and Derek Carr says, hey, I might not be as young as I used to be, but hey, I can still do it. I can get the ball down.
I can play ball. I do be old, but I play ball.
I
get the ball to Rashid Shaheed down the field, and I hand it off to Alvin Kamara.
Can we talk about Kamara, though? Kamara went
Kamara is the reason I lost one of my fantasy football games this
Kamara
weekend.
is the reason why I won one of my fantasy football games.
I lost to my cousin because he had Alvin Kamara.
Unfortunately, he's a Vikings fan.
And he's also a Vikings fan. Anyway, next game. Buccaneers at home versus the Broncos.
That's going to be a cakewalk for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield's going to keep rolling down the field like he's been doing. He has receivers Mike Evans and, Trey Palmer.
Trey Palmer hasn't done much so far this year, has he?
No, but
it's been him. It's been Evans, Godwin, and there's some other guy. I haven't really seen much of Trey Palmer yet, really.
I just hope
he'll probably get it together.
I just hope he doesn't get lost in the shuffle.
I hope he doesn't fizzle out. I thought he was a solid number 3 on that team.
Their offensive line last week playing the Lions was pretty good.
Yeah.
Their defense played pretty well. Considering they beat them, they held them down to as many points as they did. But I don't know. I think Buccaneers are just gonna dominate the Broncos because Broncos are not a very good team. I think personally, if the Broncos don't get it figured out, I think Sean Payton's gonna lose his job by the end of the year.
Probably.
What you got?
I'm gonna say Buccaneers as well. Like I said, first 2 weeks I've had the Broncos beating the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs. I had them beating Seattle and I had them beating Pittsburgh. They did neither of them. I thought Bo Nix was going to have a good coming out party. He has not. He hasn't been terrible. He's shown he can command that offense. He just hasn't resulted in wins yet. So it's just one of those things where Buccaneers look really good. Broncos are 0-2. Buccaneers are at home. And Baker Mayfield is playing like an MVP candidate early on in the season. So I'm also going to say Buccaneers. Next game we got is Cleveland Browns at home versus New York Giants. I am going to have to roll with the Browns here just because they haven't looked great either. They looked terrible in week 1 against Dallas. They got a dub in week 2 against Jacksonville, which I was surprised. I thought Jacksonville would win that one. I thought Trevor Lawrence would get it together. Trevor Lawrence has not looked good so far this season. I'm going to say the Browns win versus the Giants. Daniel Jones is just complete ass. He's not good. Malik Neighbors is a great rookie wide receiver, but unfortunately he doesn't have the quarterback. And they don't really have many other options offensively. And the Browns they have a complete team. It's just if Watson can put it together. So I'm going to say Browns over Giants. Who you got, buddy?
Browns. Man, we're having about the same picks. But
yeah, we got to have it. So we got to have at least one or two different.
Well, the one different is the Steelers.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Browns looked pretty good last week. They upsetted the Jaguars. A lot of people thought the Jaguars were going to win. I mean, they didn't beat them by like a whole lot, but they still played some pretty good
Jaguars
ball.
almost came back, but
they still have a solid defense. Myles Garrett can get it done.
Yeah, we'll get
not
to the Jaguars.
Too for sure about Deshaun Watson now. He's kind of like hit or miss for some reason.
Yeah, I mean he played a good game in week 2. Nothing great. And he played terrible in week 1. And it depends. But if he starts playing more on the bad side, you got to look at maybe they bench him for Jameis Winston. So, next one is the Colts at home versus the Bears.
Ooh.
Could be a tough one.
I think that's going to be a tough one. The Bears, I know we talked a lot about them in Power Hour and how I said that they'll be pretty good. The defense has been pretty damn good. Offensive line has been better.
Offense hasn't delivered yet, but they don't have the best line, like you said.
Yeah. But, the Colts almost got it done against the Packers. But it's just,
a Jordan Love-less Packers, by the way.
Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, they're both AR.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson.
Big Tony.
Yeah, TR.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, he's a scrambler. He's pretty good. The only thing that really would hurt them is he sometimes is very inconsistent.
He can be inaccurate at times.
Yeah. He struggles sometimes when he's in the pocket or just like in the offensive line Power Hour did. They don't have the greatest O-line either. So I think it's going to be a battle of, like, decent teams. I'm still not for sure sold on Kale Williams. I'm not too impressed with how he's been playing. I still think he's overrated. But, I mean, he's been getting it done where he could.
He played better week 2 than he did week 1, even though they
Yes.
lost. They were playing a better team.
Well, I saw a video today that you sent in the group chat is, you know, CJ Stroud was trying to give advice, and you wouldn't even hear it. Like,
yeah,
dude,
he was just like,
his ego's up
like,
here.
dude, one of the best, like, top 5, top 10 quarterback in the league is trying to give you advice, and he looked like he was just kind of like brushing it off. Like,
yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's messed up. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Brown fans are not
like
wrong.
CJ Stroud, he might be a second-year pro, but he acts and carries himself like a 10-year vet.
Yeah.
And, yeah, there's a reason why he plays like a top 10, top 5 quarterback, and he won Offensive Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah.
So you're going, who you going? Who you got?
Colts.
Okay.
I think the Colts are going to upset the Bears. Everyone's going to be picking the Bears. Let me check the Vegas stat line. I think they have Bears winning. Bears.
Two young, unproven quarterbacks with high ceilings.
So seems like they have. I could be wrong. They have a negative 1.5 and an over a 42.5. So they're picking the Colts to win. Again, I could be reading that wrong. I'm getting new to this betting stuff. So correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Just check my bow tie for my clown costume. You want fries with that? Just call me Ronald.
Who you got?
It's a tough one. Honestly, this might be our toughest one yet. Colts coming off a close loss to the Packers at Lambeau Field against their backup quarterback, Malik Willis. Bears coming off really kind of a close loss to the Texans, all things considered. They didn't get blown out by the Texans like maybe some people thought they would. And like you said, they've been playing solid defense this year. Their defense literally won their game in week 1. And I feel like Caleb Williams and the offense are only going to improve. I don't like how he kind of just shook off CJ Stroud after that game.
He's trying to be too flashy.
Like I hated how he did that, because you take any advice you can from anyone in the league, but he just like kind of brushed him off, it looked like. But outside of that, I do think he will only improve this year. And the Bears have the talent offensively. They have the receivers. They have the running backs. They have the tight ends. Their offensive line is weak. And we even, we stress that in our power hour. But at some point, I feel like he'll get it together. Colts, on the other hand, offensively, I feel like they need to try to feature Jonathan Taylor a little bit more. You have this guy who led the league in rushing just a couple seasons ago. Get him the ball. Like, feed him the ball. You're trying to get it to all these receivers and stuff and, showcase Anthony Richardson. Go back to the basics, Take some of the load off Anthony Richardson, get Jonathan Taylor going a little bit, and then that'll open things up for Anthony Richardson to either throw it or run it.
But do you think they probably limit Jonathan Taylor a little bit because they're too afraid that he might get hurt?
That's true, but at some point, it's like you got to lean on your horse, man. And that's what Green Bay did week 2 against the Colts with Josh Jacobs. At the end of the day, man, that's tough. I'm going to roll with the Bears Next one, Raiders at home versus the Panthers. I think it's an easy dub for the Raiders, honestly. Panthers are making that quarterback switch with Andy Dalton now in there over Bryce Young. I do think their passing game will improve because of that. I think he's a veteran. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to play the position. Raiders, on the other hand, though, they got a sneaky win last week over the Ravens. That might have been the upset of the week, honestly. And Gardner Minshew, he's playing some solid ball. Raiders are playing some decent defense. I got to go with the Raiders on this one.
Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Raiders as well. They did sneak out with the win in Baltimore, at Baltimore. Wish they got on a field goal. I think Antonio Pierce is doing a great job of that team, getting them fired up and stuff with what they needed. Gardner Minshew has been playing some good ball. I think he's been waiting for this moment for a while. Got snubbed a couple times, one Jacksonville, one in Eagles.
Yeah. He hasn't really been a full-time – well, he was last year in Indianapolis, I guess, when Richardson got hurt. But he hasn't been like a really true full-time starter since his days in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Which I think in the Power Hour, I'm right on this too, because you had Aiden O'Connell, I had Gardner Minshew.
I did. I had O'Connell winning the job. I did.
Yep. And look where he's at now, right in the bench.
Wrong again, Sam.
Damn it, Sam! Wrong again!
Wrong again, Sam.
Yeah.
So you picked the Raiders?
Yep. Raiders.
Okay. Next, we got Seattle Seahawks at home versus the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one because, I think the Seahawks are going to get it done because they don't have Tua. Miami,
I think they're starting Skylar Thompson at quarterback.
Who?
Skylar, yeah, exactly. I think they got Mike White there. There's been some rumors about them going out and getting Ryan Tannehill, who used to play for them in the past. So you're going Seahawks?
Yep. Geno Smith's going to go in there and get it done. Not much else to say about
They're
it.
also at home, too.
Yeah. Not much else to say about it.
Yeah, you're pretty much right. No Tua. Skylar Thompson, third-year pro, I think, out of Kansas State. I think he's going to start for the Dolphins. That's who he came in and replaced Tua when they played last week against Buffalo. Just such a tragic situation with Tua, but I think the Dolphins that offense is built around Tua, and it works to his strengths. And it might seem kind of plug and play, but really that fits his skill set, the timing and everything. Tyreek Hill, fantasy owners, like struggle a little bit without Tua, but I'm going to say Seattle as well. Geno Smith, he's just proven he can actually be a solid starting quarterback now. He's got weapons. They're at home. I think Seahawks take it over the Dolphins, the Tua-less Dolphins. Next, we've got this one's interesting. Cowboys at home versus the Ravens. Two teams that disappointed us last week. Well, not disappointed us, but two highly sought-after teams that lost in week 2, especially the Cowboys getting their asses dragged into the dirt by the Saints. But I'm going to go Ravens here. I think Lamar's going to bounce back. He's going to outplay Dak. And I think the Ravens will walk into Big D and take down the Cowboys. Cowboys lose 2 in a row. And there'll be some problems in Jerry world.
That's disrespectful to Dallas and the Big D. It's Detroit that's the Big D.
So you're saying it's disrespectful to Detroit?
Yes. How dare you?
You said it was disrespectful to the Cowboys. Anyway, who you got?
I'm going to go Ravens. And the reason why I'm doing that is because Ravens is all-around better football team. He's going to outplay Dak. We all know this. But you know what, though? The thing that does worry about me is that he does have that tendency to sometimes not have a good game.
Dak? Or
No,
Lamar?
Lamar.
Yeah.
He didn't have a very good game last week, but I think he's going to come in there and be like, hey, here's my nuts. Boom, there you go. I'm still good. I'm still a quarterback, not a running back. Again, you can probably be saying, like, oh, because you're not a Dallas fan. Like, no. I mean, we just saw what happened to them against the Saints. They got their ever-living ass kicked. Mm-hmm. What else do you want me to tell you? I'm still going to say it to you, old man. Dallas, your problem is Jerry Jones. That's why you guys are not as good as you get to be. I'm going to say it every week until they win a game.
Okay. Cardinals at home versus the Lions.
I got to go with the Lions, obviously. But it might be a little of a trap game because the Cardinals played pretty well last week.
They did.
Another team that's kind of like, I guess, afterthought a little bit right now. But, you know, you got Shorty,
Baby Yoda.
Hopefully, you know, he comes out and plays well. But I think Jared Goff is going to have a bounce-back game. We could have won last week, but if Jamar Gibbs did not step out of bounds, that would have been an easy touchdown, walk-off touchdown. But
there we go. It's completed. Hit the top button. Now you can see the bow tie.
Take your mic and put it closer. Anyway, the Lions could have had an easy walk-off touchdown last week, but Jamar Gibbs stepped out of bounds. Jameson.
Is it Jamar? Is it Jamar or Jameer?
Jameer.
Okay.
I don't know.
I wasn't sure.
I hear a lot of people say different too. You know, Jamo Williams, dude, he played pretty good. He's been playing pretty good last few games.
Oh, Jameson?
I think he's going to be a good solid number 2 now behind St. Brown. But there was a rumor that came out today that St. Brown got up from when he was like limping.
Mm-hmm.
He, I guess, lost consciousness and something else. But I'm going with the Lions on this one. But it's going to be kind of an interesting game. It could be a game that sneaks up on the Lions.
MHJ dominated last week, and I think it's funny because after that week 1 loss to the Bills from the Cardinals, Kyler Murray even said in a press conference, "Oh, it's not my job to get the ball to him. It's not my job to get the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr."
Then whose job is it?
It's funny because he had did nothing in week 1, went off in week 2, and it's after Kyler Murray said, "Oh, it's not my job to get him the ball." And I'm guaranteeing you the owners and stuff came up to him and were like, "Actually, it is your job to get the ball to him. We got him here
for you."
For you. Yeah. Go to him. It's not he is the guy. He's the guy you want to get the ball to.
I'm not a fan of Kyler Murray's attitude after.
Oh my gosh! I used to like him when he was a rookie and stuff, but man, he's turned into a little bit of a diva throughout the years.
He's not my job. Not my job. Pussy.
But this could be a tough one. I think the Lions. I mean, they might struggle to stop Marvin Harrison Jr. And if you get the ball to him, it opens up running lanes for James Conner. Opens up, and when he's going, it gives Kyler more to work with, and he's a mobile, little quarterback. Jared Goff struggled. Jared Goff struggled a lot in the game against Tampa Bay. They're on the road against the Cardinals. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say Cardinals in this one. Sorry, Kale. Rams at home versus the Niners. I'm going to say Niners.
The Rams.
Got my dad on standby. Who you got?
Your mom come too.
It's the
Rams.
Rams.
Talk about that.
Huh?
Shouldn't talk about that.
No one said any names.
I'm going with the Rams.
Okay.
The Rams, they are playing some good football. I mean, they lost the last 2 weeks.
Dude, the Rams got ass whooped by the Cardinals. What do you mean they're playing good football?
Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
They got destroyed, dude. I'm going to look up that score right now.
Oh.
They got their asses whooped by the Cardinals. Oh. Yes. Week 2. Yes, 41-10.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, they're playing some solid football right now.
I didn't watch any of their game last week.
I didn't watch it. I was keeping tabs on it, though.
I didn't see anything of it. I just know that the Cardinals played pretty well.
So, Rams or 49ers, then?
49ers.
Anything else on that?
Nope.
Next game, Falcons at home.
Dad on standby.
Falcons at home versus the Chiefs.
Last week's game was the NFL's not trying to hide it anymore. That pass interference that the Bengals had was not pass interference.
How is it not pass interference?
He barely touched him.
He still touched him.
He bumped into him like
It was too soon though.
it shouldn't. I don't know.
I picked the Bengals to win. You picked the Chiefs to win that game. You should be happy.
I know, but
You should be happy.
I know, but
I'm the one who should be mad because I picked the Bengals to win that and they lost crappily. But you know what?
crappily.
But yeah. Mom come too.
I don't know. I just didn't. That call didn't sit well with me.
It was a good game. It's always a good game when those two quarterbacks go head to head.
Yeah.
But
It's really getting to Joey B though. I can tell you.
well, who do you got?
I think the Falcons are going to upset the Chiefs.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins is playing pretty good, but you can tell he's still
He
hurt.
played good in week 2.
You can
played
still
terrible
you
in
can
week
still
1.
tell he's hurt a little bit still. He's not fully recovered, and I think that's why they got Michael Penix.
Just in case.
Yep. Overall, team's playing pretty well. The Chiefs. I'm not going to talk about the Chiefs. Everyone knows what the Chief does. I will say
Pacheco's out. Pacheco is out.
And they signed Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
to
I
the
did see
practice
that
squad,
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Travis Kelce is the biggest tool I've ever seen in my life.
Why?
Because, look, I don't care what the Swifties say. I don't think Taylor Swift's all bad, but tell that she changed him. No wonder every other guy left. I'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna say Chiefs. I just think I went against them weeks 1 and 2. I was wrong both times. I'm starting to learn you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes, so I'm going Chiefs. Bills at home versus Jaguars. I got to go Bills. Jaguars have been nothing but disappointing to start the year. Trevor Lawrence not playing very good. Josh Allen playing really good as he always does. So I'm going to go with the Bills versus the Jaguars. I'm going with the Bills. Who you got?
Bills, easily.
That's
Easy
also
dub.
the Sunday night game.
Yep, it's going to be easy.
Okay.
The Bills and Jaguars, Sunday?
No, that's Sunday night. Yep.
I thought it was Monday.
Nope. Monday night is Bengals versus Commanders.
Oh, they must have accidentally put that there.
Pretty sure. Let me double check.
Because on mine it says Monday 23rd is the two teams just named. Bengals, Commanders, and Bills, Jaguars. Why would we have 2 Monday Night Footballs?
Maybe there is. I don't know. I'm going to check right now.
I don't think Amazon's doing one.
It is. There's 2 Monday night games.
The hell?
So the Sunday night game is actually Chiefs-Falcons.
Shocker.
So that's the Sunday night game. There's 2 Monday night games. We got Bills-Jags on ESPN, and then Bengals-Commanders on ABC and ESPN+. So, yeah, Bengals-Commanders. Who you got?
Bengals. I think Joey B is going to play dangerous. I think he's pissed that he lost to the Chiefs very poorly. But Eminem Shady and the Bengals is going to do it. Get it done. I was talking to Brody the other day. I was like, I can't believe Taylor Britt is a star for the Bengals.
He is.
One of their best corners.
He had a really good interception, too.
One-handed.
Even though the
seen
Chiefs
that one
won,
before.
Patrick Mahomes played like shit that game.
Yeah.
Less than 200 passing yards, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns, but still.
I mean, you could be like the Giants and lose and not have a single touchdown scored on you.
I do like that they're featuring kind of a fullback in their running game, that Carson Steele. The Chiefs are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Foosball.
Bengals at home versus Commanders. Again, Joe Burrow's got to have a sour taste in his mouth from the first 2 weeks, losing to the Patriots, who we all thought would suck this year. They're actually looking fairly decent. And then losing a nail-biter to the Chiefs. Again, it's always a good game when those two go head-to-head, just like Chiefs-Ravens, Chiefs-Bills. Those top AFC quarterbacks, it's always a good matchup when they go head-to-head. But I digress. I think the Bengals will come out on top. They're at home. It's on Monday night primetime. They're up against a so-so team in the Commanders. They're not that great. And I think it'll just be a good first win for the Bengals and Joey B. for the season. So that wraps up the week 3 game predictions.
Ooh.
Hopefully, I'm not wearing this shit next time.
Suits ya.
It suits me. Huh? I'm a clown boy.
Clown
what of me
boy.
now?
One clown, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday we're gonna have a new episode come out, the TNT Boys podcast. Don't know what it's gonna be about yet, but it's gonna be something good. What did you think of the episode?
Fun. I like doing these. So
I hope you guys like this new series we've been doing. This is something we were talking about.
I'm having fun with it. I think it's fun kind of tracking our games and how we do throughout the day. And, you know, right now I'm losing, but I'm still having fun with it. And, you know, at least the Packers won, the Lions lost on Sunday. And at least I beat you on College Football 25 online by a lot. And on Dynasty. You touched the ball.
Just the ball.
68-16. Just saying.
But yeah, don't forget to check out Agent Life Media. Agent Life Media Group.
Check them out.
Don't forget to check out all the podcasts that we have on the brand. We have
Touching Base, Useless Assumptions, Talking Dirt,
TNT Boys.
TNT Boys, obviously.
So
you know what? TNT Boys, fuck them.
they're terrible.
Couple of
Don't
weird.
know.
They're a couple of weird motherfuckers.
They don't know sports at all.
No,
No,
that Sam guy is a clown.
I'm not a clown. You're a clown.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, peace out. Bye.